I get to look at this beautiful, multicoloured sort of grid of. There's a word that I can't use because we're family friendly.
We are friendly.
Family
friendly now, yes. Yeah.
I am very glad to hear.
Yeah, I left those on, Milo, just in case you want them.
And I listened back to it. Right? The last 2 episodes have been brilliant, by the way. And I listened to it, I was walking down the street, and I was laughing aloud. And I swear people go...
I was laughing at Coops' reaction, just losing it.
Because when I was reading out the Mareep stuff, I wasn't listening
Ian
to
was
you're so
spamming it.
Ignore them when I listened to it, but I was... It was so funny.
Well, we can use it again next week when we do the review.
Mareep review, yeah.
I can actually categorically tell you, boys, I'm not going to be playing Mareep Community Day Classic at the weekends.
Oh, you're not?
Is that 100%? No candy floss sheep?
No, I've got my mum's coming over, which is going to be fun, for a couple of days.
Dial-up.
Oh, you've still got that, Ian. That's brilliant.
Oh, is there news?
No, Barside's here.
No,
that is news.
The news is you're here, Coops, 2 weeks in a row. That was the news.
Oh, look, there is some news giving Pokestops, Pokecoins.
Your Black Friday deals,
Black
which
Friday will have been like 3 days
irrelevant by the time the show comes out. It's like, quickly, get your bundles in now.
Ian, I bought myself some really nice Levi's when I was in Westfields, mate.
I saw your pictures that you put on Twitter.
I never do that.
I bought that off of for Black Friday UK deals.
Ian, that's thick.
So if it's this coming Friday, will there be, if I go shopping on Thursday, will there be stuff?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
In the UK, yes. I mean, we've got it wrong in the UK because we do Black Friday week, but in the States, the deals are Friday.
Yeah, but it covers people at work, Ian, doesn't it? So you can do it you can take advantage of each day. One day is ridiculous trying to do it all on one day if you work.
You should see it in America.
You get the hordes.
Yeah.
The absolute chaos of people breaking into the stores and
Everyone
fighting each other over a television.
To buy a TV for $50.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it's a big pack you've got there, Ian. How'd you put that in your back pocket, mate?
I don't. Francesco recommended I get this one because Milo's got the slightly bigger version of this to power his MacBook, but this one will power a MacBook.
Yeah, mine's slightly bigger than that.
That can charge.
It's
a
the
MacBook,
outage, isn't it?
That can charge, fast charge a MacBook.
Oh, so
Pro.
Ian, you've bought that then if you need to be out on the road with your laptop?
I've bought that for if I'm out and about. The only way I'm realistically going to be able to charge my phone with this is to put it in my inside pocket, but then when I'm filming, you're going to see a big bulge.
Yeah, you need a backpack, Ian, with a cable.
Yeah,
and then I could get like a camera and just put it on a big pole, and I could turn this.
Can you use it as
Alpha.
counterweight?
Nice. No, have you seen Joe Beats does that? She's got like this big.
Oh yeah,
it looks weird.
Camera.
It looks weird, but it's amazingly. It looks good when you're watching it on the stream, as opposed to it frees your hands up, doesn't it? In essence.
Yeah, then you can play the game.
Yeah.
Or you can play what? Go.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Monopoly Go.
Monopoly Go.
Monopoly.
The amount of adverts I've seen for that, and you just look, why?
I know.
Oh, is that actually a game?
Yeah.
Is it really?
I want them to do Scrabble Go, and you have to walk around your local area to pick up letters.
That'd be good, actually, Martin. Oh, another consonant. Damn you.
Yeah. I've got all the eyes.
Just give me a goddamn vowel.
Maybe you have to visit different towns to pick up different letters.
Yeah, Milo, look. They've got another 2 YouTube channels there for you. Scrabble Go and
perfect.
Monopoly Go.
There you go. When Pokemon Go dies, you've got a new outlet.
Scrabble Go.
Exactly.
Start it now, though.
Can you
Milo.
imagine Scrabble Go done by a dyslexic?
Yeah,
Perfect.
You could dress up like the Mr. Monopoly man, Milo, when you do it.
Oh, that'd be brilliant.
On this week's show, we talk about an event that's almost over. We reopen the bar and we get all deep and meaningful with a little philosophy. Welcome back to the Incensed podcast. This is episode... Coops?
what's the point? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
146, welcome back. I am Ian Waterfall, and with me, as always, we have Barrow, Whitfield, and for 2 weeks in an actual row, the casual himself.
Let's go.
Boys, how's it going?
Unbelievable circumstance.
Did your mum write your fit to work note back for this week?
I couldn't get a second one, I'm afraid.
Did you self-certify yourself off, did you, Milo, for the first 7 days?
I still put the hours in on the edit, though. It was okay.
You actually did. You actually did, and thank you for that. But you didn't need to talk to edit, did you, realistically speaking?
Yeah, exactly. It's a silent occupation.
This is nice. The four of us here. This is a treat for listeners and us as well.
Yeah, make the most of it, Mark, because it might not happen next week.
Might not happen again this year, to be fair. But
am I off next week?
I don't know. Let me check. Hang
I
on.
love how Coops has almost like delegated to his secretary, Mr. Vassafal. Am I off next week?
Yeah, no, I'm not here. Yeah, no,
Coops isn't here next week.
I love that.
He just doesn't want to talk about Mareeps.
How are you doing, Vasa?
Me,
In the driving
living
seat.
the dream, waiting. Can you believe how close we're getting to Christmas? This is literally, there's one more show left after today in November. And I think by the time next week's episode drops, it's like the beginning of December.
Yes.
Christmas is so close. And you know what? I think I'm ready for it.
Dusting off the Jingle Bell intro.
Dusting off what?
The jingle... You know, Vasa.
Yes, the
Our
jingly
special
bells
Christmas
intro.
theme.
Just the office snowy balls. I'm ready for it as well.
As long as they're not as bad as those bloody things you did for the Dias de Muertos. No, what week was that? That was awful.
Barcelona or
Oh
something.
yeah, awful.
Milo messaged me, goes, right, on the intro, I want you to put maracas over the theme. So I did.
So bad.
Because we did it for Seville, didn't we?
We did it for Seville with the
It's
Spanish
awful.
flamenco guitar, so we thought...
Yeah. Had to be done.
To be fair to you, that worked though. These thingies, it was like this lovely intro, and it's just gang. Over
This is the
top.
thing, when it's compressed into... and I'm throwing Buzzsprout under the bus here. When it's compressed into Buzzsprout, in the edit, they were actually at the correct level. When it was actually compressed and put into Buzzsprout, for some reason... The intro went quieter and the maracas went louder. It shouldn't have been that loud.
Well, Buzzsprout, we won a 3-month for that inconvenience. Thank you
Yeah,
very
we do.
much.
Come on.
They're not going to do that because
Go
we
on,
don't pay
make
for
it
their
happen.
magic mastering. Because Milo and I master it ourselves.
You are the masters.
You are true, master.
Anyway, before Coops gets us into trouble for
Sorry.
the 146th time, it is time to...
Oi, you dirty dogs, drop your incense.
And don't forget, if you get anything that you want to flex to us, be it a hundo, a nundo, a shundo, or just something you want to show off, use the hashtag on any or all of our socials, which is Shinies of the Week.
Clarify the spelling, please.
And the spelling is SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. Now,
Just tell me about you, mate. Just what's going on?
I thought after last week's mammoth getting to know you from Coops, I was going to keep it quite simple this week.
Fair dinkum.
But I don't know if this will come out simple because it's a little bit philosophical. So, boys, I don't think we've had this one before, but do you believe life is a journey or a destination?
I believe, Ian, that you are a cringe.
I believe
Says he,
Ian,
what's the sexiest name for both genders?
I believe that life is a roller coaster, Ian. But actually, that was a great question from Coops last week. It was genuinely.
Technically, it was 4 questions
It was.
when I listened back
Exactly.
to it.
It was.
We needed the runtime last week, though.
Yeah,
and tonight we do because, well, it's a sparse show. Or should I say a done sparse show.
Can I just say one thing? The reason why I asked 4 questions is because I'm making up for all the episodes that I've missed. That's the reason why. all
Why
right?
didn't you ask 100 then?
Okay, funny. Marky, what was you going to say? Because Marky, it looked like you was going to protect me. Can you say what you were
I
going
did
to say?
protect. It was a great question last week, and actually playing it back and listening to it is probably one of the most organic and genuinely non-research questions that any of us have actually put in forward for one. So, and it got some great engagement. And actually, the ironic thing was, I got in trouble at work yesterday. So I got into work.
From Barry.
Oh dear.
I got into work from Barry.
Oh dear.
And Barry says, I've got a bone to pick with you, Mark. And I turned around to him, not knowing the context, because I'd been seeing a customer in the morning, and I came and I went, well, I've got loads of bones to pick with you, Barry, but you don't hear me talking about it. And he went, oh, have I? Am I in trouble? I went, no, I'm only messing, mate. What is it? And he went, so anyway, Cress, his other half, who listens to the podcast as soon as it comes out, saw me and said simply, yeah, tell Mark I agree.
Amazing.
But the other ironic thing was we actually, listening back to it, we said the sexiest male name was George, or it was voted by George, who also works at my company, so he was laughing as well. So it was a good combination. But Ian, leave Coops alone. That was a good question last week.
Thank you. And you know what?
Questions.
Questions.
Ian,
Thanks, Milo. Welcome back.
Ding, ding, ding. Fine. I will answer your rubbish question next. So here's the thing, right? I am a bit cringy. If you know me, you'll know that I'm a bit cringy, heart on my sleeve. So as much as I want to take the mickey out of this question, I actually quite like it. So I'm going to say I think that life is a journey purely because on your journey, you hit and you go to different destinations. See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
So for me, I kind of feel like life, it's not about hitting like one thing. It's not like that end goal. Life, it's more about the journey, people that meet, stuff that you do, the places you go, places you see, not to incorporate the destination in the journey, but like, I think life is more about getting there than actually getting there. It's about how you get there. It's about the growth. It's not just about, oh my God, I'm rich, or oh my God, I'm famous. It's about that journey to get to that destination, if that makes sense.
It does make sense, and I would agree with you. I'm sure there's a phrase that's something like, if you focus on the destination, you will miss the journey. Ooh. You go through life, you go and do so many things, meet so many people. If you focus on where you're going to end up, well, I mean, technically, it's quite morose, but we all end up dead. So
that's true, yeah.
I don't want to focus on the destination. Because that'll be quite sad. So I'll definitely say it's a journey.
In my head, I felt like you was going to say, because you're going to end up happy, and then just all of you went dead. I mean, oh my God.
Wait, he's not wrong, is he?
I mean, it's factually correct, so it's not wrong. But
Ian's nearly there.
I'm not rising to it, man.
Oh, funny.
We'll just insert the goat whenever we feel like it. Definitely a journey, because you move around, you do so many different things, visit so many different places, move house, living location, groups of friends, etc. And you've got to try and live in the moment and enjoy what you're doing. As we've said a couple of times on this show, I firmly believe that is the case.
You know what? It's like it's when we talk about an event and we give an opinion, and everyone's covered absolutely every part of it, and then you come in at the end and go, "Well, you've pretty much said everything that I'm going to say." One of my favourite questions, actually, in this one it's right
it's
up there.
Going deep, isn't it? It's going deep.
I do like thought-provoking ones, and after 5 rounds of the poll last week, going deep this week is probably not an option, Ian. So,
hey, I don't think your poll could go deep this week.
Oh my God!
But I agree. It's a journey. I think it depends on what stage of your life you're at when you ask that question. Some people might, as Milo alluded to, might be right at the end of their life and go, do you know what? It's definitely a destination now. I'm not leaving my living room now. I've got the last few months of my life and I'm quite happy here. Thank you very much. But I think, certainly from where I sit here, I've reached several destinations, but there's always one past it again. And it's very similar to what Coop said at the beginning. And Milo, I loved your phrase that you said. That was actually really poetic.
It's not mine. I've definitely heard it somewhere else.
I've never heard it before. So as far as I'm concerned, you've taught me that phrase. So thank you, mate.
You're welcome.
Journey. It's definitely a journey, and there's so many more things that I hope to sort of achieve and enjoy in my life. I like the fact I just don't know where the destination is, and I think that's quite an exciting place to be, even at this stage of my life. So definitely a journey, Ian.
And I will concur totally with the three of you. For the simple reason that if life was a destination, it wouldn't really matter what you did at any given point in time, because you're still going to get to that final destination. And life is all about the journey and what you do. And I don't believe that you have a fixed point of where you're going to get to. It's that simple. And this question literally came about. I was just scrolling through a few things, and the quote is credited to Ralph Waldo Emerson. And you know what? I mean, this phrase has been around for years, and it is true. Life is a journey. It's not a destination, because unless you believe in fate, then it can't be a destination. So that's my 2 cents.
50 cents.
50 cents.
Not my 50 cents. That's nice. That's quite wholesome, isn't it? I think is that the second time we've all agreed on one like that?
I think possibly the second time only.
In nearly 3 years.
Yeah.
We all agree. But Whitfield, I know you've had a trying week, but one of your favourite events of the year has just passed.
Yes, my favourite, 5 days,
Dunsparce
as it's now become. That went AWOL. But the very fashionable costume Pokemon absolutely did not. So yes, fashion 5 days, almost week, as it's now become, was
it even 5 days
finished. It's about 5 days, depressingly. And I have to say, the moment the event finished, the whole map just looked very bland. Wooper and Pikachu with no hats on. You think, oh, you poor
miss
little
the northern
buggers.
Wooper, don't you?
I really do. The dappy Wooper.
The Derby Whoop.
It's the hat, I guess. Let's just jump into a chat. Did you manage to play the event? I know not everybody is a fan of costume Pokemon. This is very much a
Coops
costume.
is a fan of costume mons. We know that from the last few years.
100%. He'd have definitely been loving the Dragonite with the
hipster Dragonite
with the bow tie, and all that sort of stuff. So the casual. What did you think?
So altogether, I want you lot to finish the sentence. Can you do that for me? You ready? So I'm going to say the first few words, and altogether, you're going to finish my sentence. You ready?
Okay.
Let's try.
Go for it, buddy.
I absolutely hate
costume Pokemon.
Hosting the podcast.
Yeah,
Turning up
to the podcast.
ding, 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 ding. No, listen, right. I don't hate, I despise costume Pokemon. They're annoying. It's just such an unnecessary thing that they added into the game. Personal opinion, apologies, don't want to upset or offend anyone. I did not turn on the game from the time it started to the time it ended. I've got absolutely no idea what there was. Jokes aside, I did see on Twitter a hipster Dragonite. You're right. It had like is it a satchel bag?
Had the John Lennon glasses and a bow tie.
Maybe not the satchel bag.
I think he's thinking of Satchel Dactyl from Go Fest.
Maybe,
that wasn't a Dragonite, though, was it? That was.
That's what.
No, I know. That's how wrong it
both
is. It was
flying, Ian.
Pterodactyl.
They're both flying.
They fly. They've got
They both
costumes.
have wings.
And they were on social media.
But and I hate it because I really do like to get involved in these chats to dissect events, but honestly, I've got absolutely nothing to add, Ian, because we need the runtime. I'll try and long it out as much as I can.
Okay, we'll cut you off there because
There's only so many times you can say I hate costume Pokemon. I guess.
Yeah, I managed to play a little, not as much as I would have liked, but equally, I'm in a similar boat to you. I'm not a big fan of costume mons, and I think we're kind of in the minority. A lot of people on Twitter have been loving the costumed mons.
Yeah, they do, didn't they? People do love
They do.
Yes,
Seriously, they do, but I think we are in the minority. In fact, Maz in the chat said, for every ounce of hate Coops has for costume mons, I love them.
Fair enough.
I went out, I played it. I didn't play as much as I wanted to because Saturday I had a lot of sort of chores on. The weather wasn't great and I was sorting out some podcast stuff. But I did actually make 3 hours to go out on Sunday and play. And I got one shiny, which was the shiny Diglett with the bowler hat. And I was okay with that. I did far too many raids for the hipster Dragonite with absolutely zero luck, but I know Mark's going to completely slap me down because I know he got one. So it was okay. It probably wasn't the best event of the year, but it was inoffensive. We'll go with that word.
I understand why people love costume Pokemon, and I understand why people don't like them. I sit on the side of the fence where actually I love costume Pokemon, and
yes.
And they really knocked it out the park with some great new costume additions for this event. I think there was an appetite for it for the wider public because it follows a pretty poor event. I think in the Festival of Lights that we discussed last week, I don't think that was a particularly great event, certainly in comparison to 22's offering. But the costume fashion event, there's something about it I love. The spawns were just right. I actually had some very little time playing up until the last day. There was just new things to chase. I think the thing I love about these fashion weeks is next year there will still be some of the same ones brought out again, but if you haven't got them, the chase becomes even more.
But wasn't there only one new mon, which was the Northern Wooper that was introduced?
And the Dragonite.
The hipster Dragonite, okay.
Hipster Dragonite, yeah. So in short, I'd got some shinies during the event leading up to that last day, but none of them were costume Pokemon, which is quite ironic. So
that was how my event started.
Yeah, I got a Shroomish, a Zigzagoon, and then a Happiny, which I hatched, which was my first one, which I was over the moon with. I was like you, Ian, got the shiny Diglett with a little bowler hat on it and the blue nose. And I did on my final raid on the Sunday in the rain. It was an awful day to be out playing. It was a town raid that I hosted, and I do put it all down to JT Valor being in the raid with me, even though Mark Volman was in there as well. And I think one of you... I loved it. I couldn't believe I got it then. I hadn't raided heavy for it all event. I think I did it in about 8 raids. And it was nice. It was right at the end. It's a great shiny, and I think that's one that people are going to want. That shiny Dragonite with the costume. I think it's got a little bit of value. I do believe. But go on, Milo. Talk to us about.
Well,
Here we go.
because I've actually got the article up and I'm just looking at the infographic and I'm absolutely creasing at Quagsire with
the
Like
mini-
Quagsires are a tiny hat. It's amazing.
Actually, before Milo jumps in, so Maz is on Team Milo and Mark, but Barside 2 is on Team Coops and Vassafal, which is a
Yes.
proud member of Team Hate. I wouldn't go as far as to say I hate. I'm just not a fan.
Oh, this Quagsire is so funny.
It's differing opinions and that sort of thing. The one thing I will definitely say is it's nice that it's confined to kind of like almost a week. It's a 1 week event. We know that costume Pokemon pop up every now and again with Go Fest and major other events and a few things, which is fine. They're limited, and that's the whole thing. Is like it's a collection game. They're a desirable little collection item. I tried to go hardcore for the Dragonite. Did manage to get one from Canada, which is great. It wasn't Daxi Coops. Don't worry.
My ears
You're
perked
okay.
up
Did you
then.
just see his little face light up? He's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it did.
No, it's from the
Like a
other side of
little-
Canada, from the West Coast. But some really nice new additions to the whole Fashion Week setup. And I really liked how they switched up some of the wild spawns, because before we've had Butterfree and Curlier just in there constantly.
yeah,
and
they were
everyone's like,
locked in tasks, weren't
they're
they?
boosted and
Yeah.
everything. They're locked in tasks and raids, which is nice, and it gives a space to say, hey, here's Wooper as a new mon. I did do the good old 24-hour grind for it, and I got more Absol than you can shake a stick at, because that's also perma boosted. So Aviator Absol all day.
But the aviators are so small you can even barely tell.
They're also translucent as well. They're not really aviators.
Think of the Kanji XL, Milo. Think of the Kanji XL gains for Absol.
For me personally, I want hundos of these things just because it's fun to have these silly
Yeah.
costume mons, particularly if they're useful. Like, Dragonite's sort of useful, Absol, Mega. Shame the Megas don't
Dragonite
keep
used to be
costumes.
useful.
Well, this was something I was actually going to touch on. Is did you notice that they took a bunch of Shadow Mons out of the rocket pool?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were all the ones that had new costumes. So unfortunately, like we had with the Halloween event, you could get the Vulpix with the funky little Halloween costume. And back in the day, you could get the Shadow Shinx with the top hat and stuff. If you don't like costume Pokemon, this means nothing to you, and you couldn't get less at all. But this time around, you couldn't get Shadow Wooper with a beanie, which would have been a really fun collectible to go for. And it explains why Dragonite got the costume and not Dratini. Because could you imagine
You
people
predicted that a
hunting?
couple of weeks ago, yeah.
Shadow Shiny costume Dratini would have been nuts. But
Yeah,
I give
epic.
it a full-on thumbs up. I just wish it was actually Fashion Week, not fashion, not
5
quite
days.
a working week. This thing, it's not even a full working week. It's
Anyway.
just under 5 days.
Define a working week to us, Milo. Define us a working week. Are we talking
Well,
Do you,
me
act-
with the
do you actually
podcast
work?
edits.
Do you know what a working week is?
Leave them alone.
Okay, so we'll leave this episode alone. I'll leave it to you guys, and you can stuff yourselves.
So we both like it, Milo. So it's a 50-50, isn't it? Even though Coops does hate it.
Well, we say it's 50-50. We did ask the Incensed community what they thought of it. I'll start off, and we'll work through a lot of these comments because we have the time tonight. I am Prius, good old Francesco, the Italian tripod, says, you mean Marini fashion show, especially in the UK, with weather that was switching from rainy to cloudy, it was Marini community show.
Oh, he's
It's
not
lame
wrong.
to only do 4 days and
Oh,
call
my
it
days,
a week.
yes.
But we know how no sense there is in Niantic's decisions. Oh, savage, man, savage. Very lame, he said.
He's so not wrong, though. Every
There were
hour it
so
was
many
switched between
Marini
cloudy
about.
to rainy,
Yeah.
and Marini's just sat there going like, well, it's party time, bring it on. And it was like the
It
most
really
common
was. I saw
spawn
so
of the
many
event,
of
from
them.
what I found. And it's such a shame it can't be shiny.
So I've got
yet.
a really funny comment here, if you don't mind, lads, if I can read it out.
Let's go for it.
So I've got one from Jason C. Bradley. I just wish it actually lasted, checks notes, a week. I mean, calling it Fashion Week
Yes.
for an event that only lasts 4 days doesn't feel like a Fashion Week. It feels more like a Met Gala. I like the
Met Gala.
Nice.
Yeah, I like the
Nice.
spawns and tasks, but yeah, bummed we didn't get a week-long event because I know what you mean. If you can't play for 1 or 2 days, technically it's a fashion 24 hours, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with.
Yeah.
I haven't read it yet, but I just love Chicken Chaser because he's a lad. Chicken Chaser 89's put, honestly, this was a stellar event in comparison to the Festival of Snores. I think we agree on that one. I know some people hate costumes, but it gave just a lot of things for new and old players to chase. Of course, I'm 1,800 shiny checks deep without a fur through, but I can't complain otherwise.
Also, I checked so many of those things this last sort of half a week, yes.
Furfrou seems to be a shiny that people genuinely struggle to get. Like,
I've
many
had
people.
one since it was released, was it like a year, 2 years ago? It's not happening.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm actually cracking. Our listeners are so funny. I swear. I'm actually dying at some of these comments. Have you seen one from Keith? He's put, my thoughts are, it wasn't a week.
Yeah. It wasn't a week. Yeah, it's true. Nail on the head. So true.
Crying.
I'll read out a comment that does resonate with me because I found this especially irritating when you're catching at 4 a.m. Nicholas, aka Knockout Panda, has put, my biggest annoyance was the catch rate. Nothing seemed to be caught with a Pokeball. And yeah, everything was a ball ache to catch. And currently at this time, the only thing dropping from Pokestop seems to be red Pokeballs and
true.
raspberries.
I was struggling to get Grey and Ultra Balls. Thomas said, it was really bad this year. Locking certain outfits behind raids and eggs is becoming annoying. Having shiny rates on them to be full 1 in 5 12 odds suck. And the fact that Fashion Week only lasted 4 days was ridiculous. I don't know what's going on over there, man.
Yeah, I agree with that to a degree. I got another one here from Ryan. Ryan R1122, and he's put too short. So he hasn't just put that. Too short. Almost everything being full odd shinies was lame. Raid locking Pokemon, even returning ones, wasn't great. Wishing Wild Spawns featured some more Pokemon, even if things like Dragonite or Sneasel were in the if you're lucky pull.
Yeah.
I love it because everyone's basically just sort of saying, like, slagging off the 4 days. It's making me laugh. Like Sebastian Lund says, 4 days is not a week, but Niantic has a weird perception of days and weeks.
That's true because it's Community Day and it's 3 hours.
True. I will just end on my favourite comment by Tom Carlin. Terrible, worst event of the year. Absolutely hate costumes. Yes.
And I'll throw
Love
one
you,
more in
Tom.
for balance. Ghastly Girl said, I enjoyed it. Didn't get the shinies I really wanted, but still had fun chasing them. Just wish this had been one of the longer events. Could have at least gone another day.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, true. What I find very interesting is, and it was the new shiny, technically the new shiny for the event, Gothita.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's mentioned it at all.
I checked a lot of them. Nothing.
I didn't get it. I did see the Italian tripod, Prius.
Prius
managed
gets
to get
every
it, but
new shiny. Seriously, I don't know
when
what
I was
he
playing
does.
the event, it just wasn't really cropping up on my mind about the new shiny. I was
No.
like, yeah, Gothita's new shiny. It was almost overshadowed. I'm Bo Marini, that can't be shiny.
Well, I haven't talked about my boyfriend tonight before, but I did see that JT Valor, I don't know if any of you know him, he completed the shiny Gothita family in a day. He got all 3 of them in a day.
Wow.
Which is
As we always say, RNG is a weird thing.
it's a weird fish. It's a weird fish.
Weird fish.
Speaking of weird fishes, okay, so that's our thoughts on the Fashion Week. But it's
Moving
been a
on.
while since we had one of these, and we definitely need the content tonight. So, Mark, you are the game lord for this week's pub quiz.
Hey, do you like the rebrand of the pub now? It's good, isn't it?
There are quite a few cobwebs in the door frame. I don't know if you're aware. Like,
Yeah, I got
the
rid
door
of
hasn't been open in a
That's
while.
left over from Halloween, isn't it?
Yeah, last year. Yeah. Got rid of the cleaner. But it feels a while since I've had you boys in here. What brings you to my bar then? What's all this
I think
about?
the last one was New York, wasn't it?
So what brings us to your bar?
Bar, Black Sheep.
You don't get a rosette for finishing 9th in here on this pub quiz, boys. All right.
That would actually be an impressive feat given there are 3 of us.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Well, you'll all get a winner rosette for taking part. How's that sound? Is that more politically correct
No,
for
we
you?
don't.
Participation medal.
We don't want participation medals.
Oh, right. Well, welcome. We're gonna have a pub quiz tonight, boys. It's a slow running episode, and you want me to fill some runtime for you, so we're gonna give it.
They fill a hole.
Oh, Milo, you were here last week, boy. I've got no energy left in me after last week, but
I'm aware. You fine stallion.
we've got a pub quiz. So we've got a 10-question pub quiz. 10.
Coops was hoping for a short show.
We're not at Christmas yet, and in relation to that one, this is shorter. But I'm going to mix up the order that you do them in as well, because I don't want you all picking on my friend Coops tonight, because I know you all take the mickey out of him for not being that intelligent. But anyway,
we never said that.
Well, you might not have said it directly. However, we're going to start with the first question. And
New York City ball.
Oh, hey, don't throw stones in glass buildings, Milo. The ones with 4 windows.
No, you're fine and shot. There's only 9 windows.
There's only 9 windows. So, the first question, boys, and the first question is, what shape is in the centre of the Japanese flag? Is it A, triangle? Is it B, square? Or is it C, circle? And Coops, I'm going to let you go first on this one.
Random guess, I've got no idea. I'm going to say Japanese is 3 syllables, so I'm going to go with the triangle because it's got 3 corners. That's my logic there.
That's Coops. Milo, what are you going to pick, my friend?
I will go for C for the casual.
And Ian, what are you going to go for?
C for circle.
Right. We're going to mix this up a little bit.
Bro, oh wait, no wait, is the Japanese flag the white one with the yellow dot?
It's a white one with a circle.
It's red, it's not even yellow. If you've got the right colour, I might let you have it, but that's awful.
Yeah.
So the second question was, what colour is the circle in the middle of the Japanese flag?
Okay.
Red.
Rainbow.
Oh, God. I know I'm doing the bookers, but that reminds me of a funny story. Another one in Barcelona, actually, boys. So we will. Coops, do you remember when we left the bar and there was that Catalonian flag, wasn't there? There was a Catalonian flag hanging out the window, and I was going, well, that's yellow, didn't I? And Adam was going, no, it's white. And I went, no, it's not, it's yellow. And he goes, no, it's white. I went, no, it's yellow, it's definitely. And we got right up to when, oh, it's white. Oh dear. So anyway, question number 2. Which chess piece can move the most spaces in any direction?
This is easy.
All right. Says triangular Japanese flag man.
Bro, that is so embarrassing. My brain weren't even switched on. I'm never going to
put him in his place, Mark.
I think that's worse than the times ball square thing.
That's worse than Milo's shard question.
Yeah, it is. It's terrible.
So that is embarrassing.
The question is it either A, pawn, is it B, bishop, or is it C, queen? Ian, you can go first on this one, mate.
Queen.
Milo?
I'll take the queen.
Cool. And Coops?
Yeah, same.
Right, question 3. Per capita, what country eats the most chocolate? So,
There's America in there.
And the options we've got is A, Germany, B, Switzerland, or C, Belgium. And Ian, you can go first this time.
Per capita, okay. Don't think it's going to be Germany. Do you remember that quiz where Coops answered Germany for every answer, pretty much?
Christmas last year.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go Belgium.
C for Belgium. Cool. Coops, what are you going to go for?
Yeah, so originally when you said Germany, I thought, yeah, it could be. Then you said Swiss, I thought Swiss chocolate, I thought, yeah, it could be. And then you said Belgium, which actually I think is probably the most randomest answer out of the 3. So I'm actually going to pick Belgium as well, but purely because I think the other, especially Switzerland, is a bit too obvious. So
you're going to go C as well. And then Milo.
It consumes chocolate, is the question.
Eats the most chocolate, yeah.
Eats the most chocolate. So that's it. People may make a lot of chocolate and very well, but they may not eat it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Per capita, I'm going to go with the oddball answer just to throw a bit of difference in there. I'm actually going to pick Germany.
Oh, okay. I think you're going to go
One
Switzerland.
who's not renowned for making chocolate.
Well, they are a bit.
It could be really intelligent or really stupid.
Germany's quite a big country, though, isn't it, compared to the other 2? But I know
Everyone says Belgian and Swiss chocolate.
True.
Well, we'll see in a bit.
By the way, Swiss chocolate is banging, by the way. Really good.
It is.
Like, if you buy,
So is Belgium.
yeah, true.
So's dairy milk.
Actually, what are those Gillian seashells? Are they Belgium?
Oh, I know the
aren't
ones you
they?
mean. Yeah,
Are
the ones
they-
that shell, like the shell ones, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, are they Belgium, Marky?
Sponsorship when?
Yeah, they are,
Belgian
mate.
beer.
They're Belgium. They are Belgium.
Let's go
Yeah.
Belgian beer and seashells. Right, question
Beautiful.
number 4.
Latvian chocolate.
Latvian chocolate. Right, number 4. Here we go. Let's get on track. Number 4. Right, what was the very first soda to be consumed in space? Was it A, Sprite? Was it B, Pepsi? Or was it C, Coca-Cola? And I'm going to go to Ian on this one first.
I'm getting them all. I don't think it's going to be Sprite. It's going to be one of the cola drinks. Whilst I would love to say Pepsi, I've kind of fell out with them since they took a lot of the sugar out of Pepsi. So I'm going to go Coca-Cola.
So Ian's got an issue with the old Pepsi people. Coops.
I've got a feeling I've definitely seen an advert for one of these like cans in space, and my head is going towards blue, which is Pepsi, like the packaging of Pepsi. But I could be wrong. I've got no idea. I'm going Pepsi.
So you're going for B. That's lovely. And Milo. Finish this one off.
I'm thinking it's one of the two colas as well. I will go. I'm going to go with Pepsi as well.
So you're going
I
for
just went
B.
out of principle because they took a lot of the sugar out of it.
How dare they?
I'd have thought Coca-Cola would have been the obvious one, but for some reason it's not gelling in my brain. It's
How
probably
dare
wrong.
they, Ian? How dare they, Ian? The new
Seriously?
generation.
They already have a diet. They don't need to take the sugar out of the full fat one.
They left
Seriously.
the sugar in space when they
Get
sent
real
it up
Pepsi.
there.
Yeah.
Get real Pepsi. That's our sponsorship deal with Pepsi is definitely not on the cards after that. So
That's
It was
Ian
the choice of a new generation, but not anymore.
whipping them into shape.
yeah. So question number 5. What edible food never expires or goes bad? Is it A, honey? Is it B, cocoa? Or is it C, pasta? And I'm going to go to Coops first on this one.
Or D, a kebab.
Oh,
So
cold pizza.
They're never in date, are they? Kebabs?
Exactly,
No.
therefore they're not applicable.
So I swear pasta packaging has an expiry date, maybe. So I'm not going that. I'm pretty sure honey does, even though honey lasts a hell of a long time. Cocoa. It's either honey or cocoa, in my opinion. Let's go honey.
A for honey. You right, honey? Milo.
I will also pick honey.
Perfect. And Mr. Ian.
Well, I'm not going to go honey. I'm going to go bee juice.
Kebab.
Ooh, bee
Close,
juice.
it's farm knowledge, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Right, so we're at the halfway point. Question number 6 kicks off the second half. We're just going to have a little break. Why do they
We'll be
do
back.
that? Why do they...
Every other podcast does it. Let's just have a break.
Let's have a break.
There's no need to. It's an audio show, but let's have a break.
Yeah. Well, to our listeners, welcome back. We're here. It's the second part of the pub quiz.
And if you listen on the live stream, we never went away. Love you, Ken.
Let me get Pescator hat. Right, number 6. What drink did the first vending machine dispense? Is it A, holy water?
From Nazareth.
Is it B, still water? Or is it C, sparkling water?
Ooh.
And I'm going to go Coops first on this one.
See, I kind of want to pick still water because it's so obvious, but do you know what? It's got to be holy water, hasn't it? You wouldn't have put that in there.
It's
holy
that so
water.
stupid
Yeah,
answer,
it's so,
yeah.
it's so. If this is still water, I swear to God, I'm not speaking to you for the rest of the show. I'm not speaking to you.
Keep that promise, mate. So that's A for Coops. Ian, go on, mate.
It can't be holy water, because let's face it, you get it in churches and you don't see vending machines in churches, to my knowledge.
Well, not until they have a hard time.
So logically, it's got to be either sparkling or still. And I dislike sparkling water, so for that very reason, I'm going to go still water.
Milo, what are you going to go for?
I'll make it a different answer for all three of us. I'm going to pick sparkling water. I don't know. I thought they might have just wanted to make it seem more fancy or getting it from a vending machine for the first time. Have some carbonated water. It's probably wrong, but hey.
Milo, remember I picked holy water.
This vending machine endorsed by Jesus.
Or any other deity that you
Yeah,
assign to,
whomever.
Yeah.
Whomever.
Insert God here.
So, number 7. What was the original name for the planet Uranus? Do you like that? That's a great question.
Good question.
So, what was the original name for the planet Uranus? Was it A, Gary? Was it
guesser.
Was it Barry?
Was it B, George? Or was it C, Graham? So was it Gary, George, or Graham?
Is that a serious question?
It's a serious question, Ian. And I'm going to give you the chance to give us a serious answer first, Ian.
Gary, George, and Graham. It's almost like we were last week talking about bad names. Graham?
So Ian's going for C and Graham. Milo.
I will go for George.
I was going for B, the sexiest male name. That was once
Sexiest
known
planet name.
as Uranus.
It definitely got a downgrade.
Yeah, the answer is C, Graham.
C for Graham. Right. Question 8. What do koalas feed their newborns? Is it A, eucalyptus? Is it B, poop? Or is it C, corymbia? Corymbia is another type of plant. Milo, you can go first on this one.
Now, pub quiz mind, I'm going to go for B, poop. Just because I think I remember hearing it's like one of the animals in Australia does that, and I think it might be koalas.
Perhaps got to be the obvious one for the fact that it's so left field with the other two being sort of leafy type planty things. So yeah, I concur with Milo.
B for Ian with poop and coops.
Yeah, it's just so embarrassing because I've lived there for 5 years and I've got absolutely no idea. Let me just stay basic. A, eucalyptus. Why not?
Eucalyptus. Right. Question number 9. What do you call a group of crows? Is it A, a murder? Is it B, a mercrow?
I wish.
Or is it C, a mob? And we're going to let Milo lead this one off.
I'll go for murder.
Ooh, hello.
Yeah, it's like Agatha Christie novel style.
So Milo's gone for a murder. Coops.
Yeah, I'm going to go A as well.
A for you and Ian.
I'm finding this week's quiz very tough. I have no idea for a lot of these questions. It's definitely not B. I think we can safely say that. Just to be different to the two of them, I think I'm going to go C. I seem to be going for a lot of C's today, but I think I'm going to go C for mob.
Number 10, and the final one, is what sense has the closest link to memory? Is it A, smell? Is it B, taste? Or is it C, sight? And I'm going to let Ian lead this one off.
When you asked it, my initial thought before you even gave any answers was smell.
Yeah, same.
Whilst I do think it might be taste, because taste really can take you back to certain places and times, I'm going to stick with my gut and I'm going to go with smell.
Milo.
I will go for a slightly different answer. I'll go for taste.
Taste for Milo. And Coop, C.
Yeah, I had the exact same thought process as Ian. So A, please.
A, cool. A. Brilliant.
A.
And that concludes my pub quiz.
Wait, Marky, can I just ask, before we reveal the answers, you changed my first answer, right, didn't you, for the Japan flag?
Oh, am I changing it, am I?
Yeah,
am I changing it, am I?
Yeah.
Well, because we have audio recordings of you saying triangle.
I just had a moment. Triangle.
We don't need VAR on this one.
No. Like that, Milo. Very
but
good.
I think with that answer, I might be close to winning, so can we change it? Thanks.
That's how pub quiz works.
That's how pub quizzes work, is
Guys,
it?
I knew
Bro,
that.
just look at all the answers
I
think I'm close to winning. So
Yeah.
can we
I think
change
I'm
your
doing well, so can you just give me a few more points? It's like a Donald Trump answer, isn't it?
Okay, fine.
It was like, Mark, just find me a few more points. Find them.
So, number 1, what shape is the centre of a Japanese flag? It is C, circle, and it is that blue one. Blue circle in the middle.
Not triangle.
I'm actually so embarrassed. Okay.
Anywho, we'll see what we do with that. I'm having a moral dilemma in my head at the moment about that one. So, number 2.
No, you're not.
Which chess piece can move the most spaces in any direction? It is C, the Queen. Very good. So, number 3, per capita, which country or what country eats the most chocolate? It was the obvious one. It was Switzerland, which is B. Number 4, what was the very first soda to be consumed in space? It was Coca-Cola.
See, Pepsi, if you put sugar back in.
If you kept the sugar in it.
Right, number 5, what edible food never expires or goes bad? It is A, and honey.
Do I get points for bee juice?
You get half a point for bee juice, Ian. No, you get a point for bee juice. So, number 6. What drink did the first vending machine dispense?
One of us has got a point.
One of us is right. Come on.
And it's Coops with holy water.
No way.
No way.
Oh, amazing.
Oh my god.
Number 7. What was the original name for the planet Uranus? It was George, who was the sexiest male name last week. To Uranus, the least sexy name in planet, I'd probably say, in the solar system. Number 8. What do koalas feed their newborns? You're absolutely right, Milo and Ian. It is poop. They feed them poop, which I guess is softer for them to break down, and that's how they get the taste for eucalyptus at a
It's
young
like
age.
the eucalyptus baby food.
Absolutely.
Eucalyptus in poo form.
Yeah, essentially.
So, number 9, what do you call a group of crows? If you read the Pokedex entry under Murkrow in your Pokedex, it wouldn't say that at all, but it would. We'll maybe do that one week. It is a murder. It is a murder of crows.
Well done, boys.
Murder. Murder. And number 10.
In the murder.
And number 10.
Remember that?
It's a merda.
It's a murder.
And finally, which sense has the closest link to memory? It is smell. And that's A.
I think we're all
No,
fairly
A, Coops.
close, aren't we?
Right.
I
So,
said smell. And if you gave me the Japanese flag, it would be close. But because you haven't given me that point, I'm so far behind.
I don't think there's any integrity in the hub quiz anymore, really. I've done some dodgy things on it, like giving Ian the nearest answer to try and make
You
something.
mean giving Ian the actual answer?
You mean giving me the answer without me even asking for it?
And all the live stream listening to me doing it, going, "God, let's stitch Milo up with this." So I think the integrity's long gone on this, and I can't pretend that it's intact. So, Coops, I'm going to give you the point for the Japanese flag and the circle.
As long as he still comes last.
It was genuinely a mistake.
So, are we ready for the result?
Yeah,
So,
by the way, if I still come last,
go.
you've mugged me right off. If I still come
If I
last.
come last now, you've got the extra point. I'm going to be
Right.
mugged off.
everyone's going to get mugged off in third place. There's nobody in third place.
Okay.
Ooh.
Joint second or all joint first? Ooh.
Well, it should be Coops.
Yeah, technically it should be Coops.
That's my
It
quiz,
should
and
be
you're in my
Coops.
pub, and Coops is all right. I like the Coop. I want to see his face near more often. So, in second place, there's nobody in second place either.
No.
Oh, I see
way.
what you've done.
Nah.
So, in first place, all of you with 6 points. So 6 out of 10 for all of you.
Wow.
It's a rosette for all of you for taking part. Congratulations!
We got
You've all got 6
participation
points.
rosette.
Yeah.
Participation rosette.
Well done, boys. GG.
Six points each. And the joke was it was spread across a lot of the different answers as well. So actually, ironically, between you got most of the questions right, which is nice to see, other than the Swiss chocolate one. So what we're going to do in true Incensed pub quiz form
Tie
is
break.
I've got a tiebreaker. I wanted you all to take part in this. So I know you all like travelling, and my tiebreak question to you all is simply to the nearest mile, not kilometres, Coops, don't you worry, or diameters. I've protected you here, miles.
Diameters.
Mile. Diamiles. How many miles of motorway are there in the United Kingdom?
Ooh.
Because I gave Coops a point, unfortunately, Coops, I'm going to let you go first on this one because I think you've got an extra life, and I think you're going to have to use your logic and try and steer the boys away from it.
No, I've got no idea. 10,000. Absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea.
So Coops has gone for 10,000. Ian.
I'm going to go for... Is this in Great Britain or just England?
In the United Kingdom.
Okay.
It's loads, bro.
That
It's going to be
includes Scotland.
It's a little bit in
Northern
Wales of the
Ireland.
M4.
M50 in Scotland as well.
Yeah.
2,000? So
Ian has
Milo's
gone-
just got to get somewhere in the middle, really, hasn't he?
Ian has gone for 2,000. Milo, it's over to you.
I don't think there's going to be nearly as much as you suspect, perhaps, because there's something like 300,000 miles worth of roads in the UK. I know how long the M4 is, so let's just add all the motorways up. I will go for... I'm going to pick about 4,000.
You could have just gone
1,000.
2001, really, couldn't you?
I'll go somewhere in the middle. because it's to the closest. So
fair, yeah.
Ian, I felt like it was trying to give you the win there, Milo, in all fairness. But Ian, you're the closest. The total miles is 2,176 miles
Oh, wow.
away
well done.
in the
well
United
done.
Kingdom. So if Milo had gone there, he would have won it. And Coops, you were close as well, to be fair. Just nearly 8,000
yeah. But in Coops' defence, he's the only non-driver out of the three.
I know,
Exactly.
and to be fair.
No clue, mate.
But hey, everyone got to the final.
everyone got to the tiebreaker.
Yes.
Everyone got to the tie
Everyone
break.
got to the tie-break.
Smashing quiz, mate.
We'll have to do that again sometime.
Maybe later.
Maybe Christmas.
I see.
Come on, Coops. We know you want to talk about something.
No, I don't. But tomorrow, obviously, if you're listening to this in a few days' time, I apologise. But technically, when this is released, this episode tomorrow is the end of the Party Up event.
It is.
Now,
You're right. Yes.
we're in a little bit of a weird time because right now it's not started. But when this is released, it's about to end. So obviously we can't specifically talk about it, but I did want to look at the infographics, sort of go over what we think it's going to be like. Obviously in raids, we've got Terrakion. Mega raids, we've got Mega Kangaskhan. And wild
Yay.
encounters, we've got things that could be shiny. We've got Gothita, Solosis, Morlul, and Shiny Lechonk. But we have a lot. We have a lot of the new sort of generations that can't be shiny. So we've got Sprigatito, Fuecoco, Quaxley, Nimble, Palmy, Smoliv, and Tadbulb as well. So I think the spawns are actually decent. I think the ones that can be shiny are still semi-rare, if I'm being honest. So that's what I quite like about that. In the Rage, you've obviously got some horrendous stuff, but you do have the Bombardiers back.
What do you mean? Nose pass, fantastic.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot.
And Dwebble. Don't forget Dwebble.
Yeah, Dwebble.
How could I forget Dwebble?
Invite me to every Dwebble.
No,
Actually, in all seriousness, there's one day left. I will take any Clink raid or LeChonk raid that comes my way.
But I think looking at this from events that we have had like over the last few months, I actually don't think it looks horrendous. I really don't. Obviously, like I said, we can maybe have a little 2-3 minute chat next week, but it actually doesn't look horrendous.
No, I think you're right there, Coots. I mean, the new shinies, so Gothita and Morlul, which have been in events recently, they're back for pretty much the best part of a week. So we've all struggled to get these, except for the Italian tripod. I think that there's a chance that we might be able to chase some things.
Yeah, I think it's really, really nice as a season wrap up.
Didn't they do this for the Alola thing as well?
They did, and they did it also for last year's sort of September, October, November season, I think. But this has been done vastly better compared to Alola. There's actually a lot more going on. Really nice to be able to see all the shinies that were released in sort of recent events, Solosis, Morlul, Gothita, that may not have been featured too much, Gen 9 stuff.
Yeah, Wormhole
Shiny
with a
LeChonk.
party hat. Coop's going to love that one.
It's making
Yeah,
a return, which is nice. The Hisuian Growlithe in timed research. And the bonuses
I was
are
about to
solid.
say, yes.
5 special trades a day. I mean, it's not a week, but it's 5-6 days, basically, which is amazing. You can really work your way through getting some random special trades done.
Well, that is the bonus, really, isn't it? Because you've got the 2 times XP for raids.
Yeah, which is real nice. And they brought back for this event, and it will probably be a seasonal bonus for the next season, will be the guaranteed trade XL candy and extra candy. The one thing that made me laugh a bit is the event's called Party Up, and the article starts with, start the party everywhere you go with party play. But there's no bonuses for party play, but we're encouraging you to actually
Well, you
use
get the
party
play
function.
bonuses automatically there. I do the tasks.
Yeah, but there's no
the
like,
rewards are a bit...
hey, there's extra bits and pieces, or like you might get better rewards for this event. Party up, go out there, just say trainers level 15 and above can now party together.
But boys, there is one thing in here that Coops is definitely going to need, because the special research for the Master Ball will have, of course, finished.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you can actually buy the Master Ball research.
£5 for a Master Ball.
I suppose I should tell everyone I've only done like 10 raids out of the 60 that I needed to do. So, yeah, unfortunately, I might
You've
have to
done
buy this,
probably
boys.
11 by the time this episode airs.
No. I might.
For me, when I looked at it, I was drawn to the fact that you're going to get all the new shinies, as you've just said. You know, they're all going to be available. Hisuian Growlithe is probably one of the ones I'll be chasing. And that certainly looks like
Great
it's going to be
shiny.
available in the time research. It is a lovely shiny. It answers the questions that we had earlier in the season when we looked at the dates and we're like, why the starters in the showcases?
Yes.
Tito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley. Well, that's why. Terrakion's cool. Getting that back in the raids.
That has been a long time coming, to be fair.
Yeah, for me, it'd be Bombardier. I still need that one. But I love the fact that Solosis has kind of gone under the radar for a while.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, like Gofito again, hanging around a bit longer, and Morlull. And to the fact you got the Chonk in there as well. I think you got some nice little chases on there. A nice event to end a very good season, I'd say, actually. I think it's been a very good season.
I agree. I mean, even if you don't want to do raids, the Hisuian Growlithe, the Wurmple, the Nosepasta Gothita, the Solosis, and the Gen 9 starters are all available in field research tasks. So even if you don't want to spend money on it, there are still things to chase.
Yeah, chance to get some good IV ones, etc. And it's just one of those things where this is a really nice recap of stuff that's happened over the course of the last sort of 3 months. And it's bringing it all together into, 6 days, which is quite nice. It overlaps on a weekend. I think it's a very well constructed event with wild spawns research. The raids are a bit hit and miss, but for me, it's those special trades. 5 special trades a day is insane.
Do you guys mind me? Sorry, I know you've just clarified it. So is November, the end of the season?
It's the end of, what was this season called?
Adventures Abound.
What, it's done?
That's it.
Yeah.
It'll be basically done, yeah.
December, January, and February will be a whole new season.
And I played it for a max of an hour.
For the whole year.
That is
It was
crazy.
a very short adventure.
That is, do you know
You
what?
played seasons of Alola longer than you did that one.
Yeah, honestly. Listen, I'm not just saying this, though, but I've got massive, and hopefully we can have a huge chat, next week. Got huge expectations for the winter season. Huge expectations.
The winter season's usually a banger.
It's normally a banger. Yeah, it's going to be a big one. Of course, culminating with Sinnoh Tour in February.
Yeah, apart from getting your hats, gloves, and coats on. No, I hope you do enjoy this last event of this season. Hopefully, it's a good one for you all. And honestly, boys, I'm actually very excited to announce.
And if you missed your Master Ball this season, there's probably going to be another research for it next season. Just there'll be another Master Ball for more than likely.
Just keep the raids topped up.
So this is the point in the show where normally we'd talk news, but there is no news. So we asked our community, what's going on with you? Let's talk community news. And we got a pretty good feedback. So we asked them, we're interested in our community. What's going on with you? Tell us something interesting or not that is going on in your life, big or small, or with Pokemon Go. And we got a pretty good response from the community. So you know what? We have the time. Let's go through the responses, shall we? And I will start with the first one. And this one is Pokemon Go related. First of all, congratulations, Chaz Browder, who tells us, I'm officially a Niantic community ambassador, baby. And he shows us a little screenshot of him being a community ambassador in Campfire.
Congrats, mate.
Big congrats on getting that, actually. Genuinely. That is fantastic.
Yeah, well deserved. And basically, Sue, Hermes Ninja, our lovely admin, has tweeted a picture of a new car because Milo got hers destroyed in New York. Enjoying the GPS drift and hatching eggs at the car dealership. Just got home with my brand new baby. I can't quite make out what car it is, but like a small SUV. Yeah, it looks quite nice.
It's an Acura, I think.
Yeah, congrats, Sue.
Yes, apologies about this. Crazy peeps in New York. I've got one here from Reviews from the Tub. I have to go to the store to get shredded cheese for my dog.
Shredded cheese. I think we've still got that soundbite.
It is here.
Shredded cheese.
Shredded cheese.
Shredded cheese.
Shredded cheese, mate.
Shredded cheese.
Fromage râpé.
Love that last one.
I love this, actually, and it's nice to see Amanda Lundberg actually comment on our post. Amanda's absolutely amazing. She does a lot of this show casting
Oh, yeah.
for Pokemon Go live events, which is fascinating. She's just got done casting the 2024 LAIC Incredible Weekend. Thank you for doing that. And I'm actually going to do I'm going to do another one from Chicken Chaser because me and him have just got the vibe going here. And he's put, I just became a community ambassador, which is sick. Congratulations,
Congrats,
bud.
yeah.
Nice. And I'm getting a new garage door. Absolutely corking stuff, as Milo might
That's
say.
probably bigger news.
Spiffing news.
I've got one here from Master, which is brilliant. Starting a new job in December, currently sitting in Center Parks with the extended fam for a pre-Christmas shindig. Hope everything is good with you all.
Well, it's not. No, I'm joking. So I've got one here from Shan, Ginger Dweeb. Recently got engaged as well as started a new job and have just gotten a promotion. Congratulations.
Triple congratulations.
Congrats.
I'm going to jump in with Kiwi Steve 007. Organised the work Secret Santa and giving out names this Friday and started to look at a house to purchase, but luckily I don't have to rush that. So I would good luck with the Secret Santa. It can either go fantastically well or cataclysmically bad.
Yes, good luck. I've got one here from Mike Ashq. It says, hashtag Pokemon Go, help me get outside a lot this past summer in my wheelchair. I grinded out at least 100 plus kilometers a week. And now that it's winter, I need to find new ways to grind during the winter. Okay, he said winter twice. There we go. Anyway, yeah. Well done, Mike. That's
It is chilly. He's not wrong. It is chilly. Well, and I've got one I think that Ian might be a bit jealous of, actually.
Oh, go for it.
Do you want to do it, Mark?
No, you do it. Do it. Go on.
This is the Spindiana one, because I
have.
This
is Spindiana.
Yeah.
The most recent big thing is scoring tickets to go and see Taylor Swift at Wembley Stadium next year.
Chris, if
Ian,
you've got a spare, I am there. Well, right.
How bitter are you?
I've never seen T-Swizz live. I
T-Swizz,
would like to see Swifty. Yeah, I'd like to see Swifty live. Yeah,
Ian, you're so cool. And I've got a couple here, and I'm going to start with M because it sounds like M's been smashing out the park. In all fairness, M's just bought a new house, started a new job. So let me get this right. Just bought a house, started a new job, secondment, and planning my wedding. Just small things. Well done, M. And Keith,
congrats,
we love Keith. Keith's a top guy, and he's put 9 days left in uniform. Sold my house and about to move north of the waterfall. Not much time to play Pogo at the moment.
Goodness me.
Big changes, Keith. That sounds like epic changes, mate.
Good luck. And do take care up north.
And we've got one here from James that says, I played since the game dropped. Legit, I got a new phone and played for a day and got an insta-perma ban.
Oh, dear.
And I was trying to gain access to my account and Niantic has been no help at all. That is awful news. Sorry about that, mate.
Oh, dear.
I've got one here from Pokebee. Headed to my first in-person event this year. It was an amazing experience and highly recommend it to anyone.
I like Lucy Silver's one as well. She's put, when I've played events in my hometown, I've inadvertently gained a minor following amongst some of this year's uni intake who also play.
Nice.
Play like that. Get them playing. It's like recruitment, isn't it? Recruitment at uni like that.
You need to with the party play function.
Yeah.
Lee Bancroft has actually said, I'm going to have a Pokemon tattoo on Wednesday. You better let us know what Pokemon going to get done.
Ooh, Togetic. Ooh.
Potentially.
Maybe.
I've got one here from McFloof. Getting ready for Christmas, plus loads of family birthdays in December. Nothing too exciting. My 5-year-old daughter has discovered the Pokemon movie and is fast becoming a Pokemon addict like her mummy. Oh, I love that.
Good stuff.
Cute. Very cute.
I like to see that. I love it where you see like these interests get passed down the family. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
David Silverman, Silvergoon, has put, after watching a video of one of your previous guests' trainer tips, I decided to mod my old Game Boy Advance with some new modern features and get some fun fan-made hacked games to play on it. Well done, David.
Nice.
And he's got Pokemon Ash Grey version on the screen. So that'd be interesting, actually. They look quite good, to be fair.
Wild.
Not that we endorse that Pokemon company.
No, we don't.
And we'll round it off with Mark Bailey. My eldest is gathering a mini community with his friends for community days, especially, which is nice to see. A collection of up to 8 extra friends around our local park really makes more impact than just me and the 2 kids. Yeah, definitely does, Mark. It's nice to see
Good
that
stuff.
your family getting out there and getting their friends involved.
I like that section. I think we should make it a regular thing.
I think we should, actually. And you know what else we should make a regular thing?
Well, after last week, I think a blue pill might be needed.
Is that Mark's
Yeah.
Bro, is this the end of the show already? What the hell? We've not spoken about anything. Oh my God.
Milo.
I'm dying.
When you weren't here, I didn't struggle, but now you're here, I can't perform, Milo. I don't know what
I
that's
can only
about.
apologise.
Don't cross the streams.
Oh dear, goodness gracious! So yeah, I did get the poll out tonight, at once and done, or one and done, I should say. And it was very, very simple. It was: do you believe that life is and I put journey or destination. This is the first time in the history of my poll that someone's actually put their poll on my poll, and there's a secondary poll going on. This is great.
Oh my god, pollception.
So we won't ruin that yet. We won't ruin that yet. So anyway, we had 58 people vote on the poll, which was nice. And we got some comments as always. These are the fun bits. The Keen Brown has put, as a wise man once said in a movie, you can't really know where you're going till you know where you've been.
Very true.
Yeah, true.
Reviews to the Thomas put, life is a garden, dig it! Exclamation mark. I like that.
The sheep in the garden, I take it.
Denticles has put, I tend to say life's a itch.
Female dog.
Yeah, but there's no reason it can't be combined and the journey be one too. And a laughy face. Maston's put box of chocolates.
I just like a box of chocolates.
You haven't got a running sound effect.
Run, Forrest!
Lucy Davis has put, life's a journey, obviously, as life throws all different things at you to add to your journey and conquer. Oh, I like that. That's quite Braveheart, isn't it? Conquer, move forward. David Silverman has put a nice little gif of Ronan Keating and just put C, a roller coaster. Very good, David, because that's what he said. Life is a roller coaster. Nicola Mott has put highway. Life is a highway.
Life is a high. Oh, good song.
I Am Prius has put a nice little gif. It looks like an 80s band, and it just says Voyage on it. And Mazdos has put Don't Stop Believing. A little gif there to the song.
Journey
like that.
Yeah. Or High School Musical.
High School Musical. Mark Bailey has put Don't Stop Believing. Hold on to that feeling. Chicken Chaser. The third time I've mentioned Chicken Chaser tonight. He's put, did not see highway as an option. Very good.
Yeah.
And this is exciting for me because the Singaporean grandmother has
the medium player
has actually put a poll on my poll. So I prefer life, and then the options are life is a highway or like a box of chocolates.
How much did they get on their poll?
So at the moment, with Life is a Box of Chocolates is winning with 57% of the vote.
Okay.
Shan's put at Incensed Podcast at Ian Waterfall. Can I?
Oh, she's atted me.
There you go.
Can I apply to be your resident Australian pronunciation expert in future? The pronunciation of Mackay in last week's show made my skin crawl with a little red flag next to it. For the future, it's Mackay. It's Mackay.
So you can't say, it's not just me.
Mark, you just said the same thing twice. You just said,
Mackay.
But that's quite good because that leads into my getting to know you question from 2 shows ago.
Love the bounce as always, though.
What gives you an ick? Clearly for Shan, it's your pronunciation.
How do you say it? Because you read out the tweet and said Ian, the way you say Mackay, and then you went Mackay. So what is it, Mackay?
No, I pronounce it how it should be pronounced because that's how I pronounce it. It's Mackay, but it should be Mackay. Right. I think Ian said Mackay.
I have never even seen the word before, so.
Well, Ian, it doesn't matter because we don't need to include this if we don't want to.
Oh, boys, it's been a long time since this happened.
Oh,
actually had a shiny while recording.
Shiny.
Wow.
Congrats.
Do you want me to finish this one from Shan quickly and then we can
Yes, sorry, we'll crack on.
Love the bounce as always though, and I'm just glad, Ian, you didn't say Brisbane.
He's a villain of Batman, isn't he?
Next time I can, Shan.
Brisbane.
Hey, Mark, was it you that lived in
Sydney? So the result of the poll, after all that, do you believe that life is either? Oh God, pronunciations have gone right out the window now.
No.
Is it a journey or is it destination? Well, it is a resounding journey. 91% of people agree with all 4 of us. 91% of people saying journey and 9% saying destination.
Okay, so since Shan is now our pronunciation expert, something we don't need to pronounce is...
Shinies of the week.
I'm going to jump in with one from our hashtag Shinies of the Week campfire room. They're called rooms or chats or whatever they are. You can join our... Channels, perhaps. You can join our campfire community if you so wish. And I'm going to give a big shout out to Grumpy Cricket 83.
I thought he was going somewhere else when he said Grumpy Cricket.
Yeah.
No,
This
you're
is
not
actually
Grumpy Cricket.
actually their username. They managed to bag the shiny Gothita, which is a very, very nice shiny. Underrated shiny, I think. Congrats on that, and thanks for putting it in our campfire.
So the one I'm going to pick, we've not mentioned him once, we've not mentioned him twice, we've not mentioned him 3 times. We're going to mention him 4 times. Mine's on X by Chicken Chaser 89. Why not? Why not? So I've been listening to old episodes of Incensed podcast and got this whilst listening to episode 5. I think that was back in the day when we said swear words. Also, shout out to @Masterful27 for predicting that they'd get rid of remote rage during episode 5, all the way back in 2020.
But they haven't got rid of everywhere.
Are we in? Leave it, let it go.
Splitting hairs.
Rest
Not wrong, though.
in peace. Hashtag shinies of the week, and Chicken Chaser for the last time tonight did get a shiny male frillish, which is actually a really dope shiny. I don't think I've got
That
one.
is.
That's a good shiny. Yeah, it's a good shiny.
Very cool. GG's.
Oh my god, I've just got another one.
Oh my day!
That's 2 home spawn shinies.
Would you like to do your own shiny of the week, Milo, since we're in that section?
That's never happened before.
I just clicked the 2 spawns next to each other were a shiny Zigzagoon, Galarian form, and a shiny Coughing.
That's never happened before. 2 in 1.
Not 2 in a week.
If you
not
upload
2 in a
it
show.
now, Ian will read it out.
Yeah, quick.
Post it on Threads, Milo.
Get it on Threads.
So before Milo posts his 2 shinies we just caught in the last 15 minutes, I'm going to jump in with Stewie16H. That again has sent us a shiny of the week through our campfire. If you're not actually on our campfire server, just get on there because there's some good stuff on there. And he's literally simply just gone. Hashtag shinies of the week. Hashtag pink noodle. Hashtag gashivs. What's gashivs? I don't know what gashivs is. Gashivs. Gashivs. I don't know what that is. Please tell us on campfire. Tell us what gashivs means. But anyway, he got the shiny shadow pink Dratini.
Nice.
Pink noodle.
Pink noodle. Hashtag pink noodle. Hashtag gashivs. What is gashivs? I
Not
really
got a
don't know.
clue.
I'm not sure.
I'm going to read out this one on X from Kerry Young because this one's amazing. It made me actually, I just smiled when I read this one. So driving Zachary to his Taijutsu class and he shouts, "Shiny Absol!" Proceeds to catch and laugh. Imagine if it's a Shundo. Speechless over here. Had tears in his eyes, bless him. Hashtag shinies of the week @Incensed podcast and hashtag lucky bugger and hashtag early birthday Shundo. It's a Shundo Absol.
I saw that earlier in the week.
Well
that
done,
is
Zachary.
Random spawn.
Oh, so was it with the glasses?
Yeah. The
Was with the
costume one.
glasses, yeah.
Oh my god, that is rare.
Big,
That
big,
is
big
rare.
congrats.
Massive congrats.
A random Shundo in the wild is insane. So
Yeah.
big congrats.
And there we have it. I'm not quite sure how we got through this show because we've really not talked an awful lot of Pokemon Go tonight. But we're at the end of our hour-ish. Thank you very much for, I'm going to say sticking with us tonight because that's probably the best I can say. And if you do want to send us a shiny of the week, just tag us using the hashtag shiny of the week on X, Instagram, Threads, Campfire. You can send us a WhatsApp message with your shiny of the week. And if you want to do that, the number that you need to send it to is...
Could you please clarify that spelling for me, please?
Well, it's not a spelling, but I will... Okay, I'll spell the number. +44 759 269 5696. That's +44 759 269 5696. And where do we go from here? We need to thank our patrons. So we would sincerely like to thank everyone that is on our Patreon. Whether you are a bronze tier, silver tier, or gold tier member, we thank you so very, very much. Without you guys, we couldn't make this show. But we mentioned by name our gold tier members. I actually don't really like the term shout out. So we will mention by name our gold tier members. And you guys are the bedrock of this podcast, certainly from my perspective, and I know from the boys as well. Hermes Ninja, JB, Clifford Mert, Darby Russ, Kerry and Zachary, Connolly, Apex_171, Mufti, Barside2, JLH1919, Highbone, and Maz, aka Ozma Lionheart. A lot of which are with us tonight in the live stream chat. So thank you all very much. Well, that's going to do it. We'll be back next week with a review of the Mareep Community Day. We'll talk about...
Hold on, Ian. Good news.
What?
I think Coops will be especially excited by this because next Tuesday, it is going to be Shiny LeChonk.
Shiny LeChonk.
Spotlight hour. Oh, yes.
LeChonk,
You'll be able to herd
Shiny
pigs or whatever the terminology is. It's not Russell
don't have a
pigs,
pig
that's
sound
sheep.
effect.
No, we don't. So we're just going to have to throw this in because they could make this if you probably gave them a slap. It's November the 28th and it's 2 times XP. I assume it is, yeah. 2 times XP for catching Pokemon.
I've just put in the show notes. I've just put 2 times.
2 times for catching mons. I'm like, 2 times of what?
2 times what? And on that bombshell, we
Bacon
will
shell.
see you next week for the start of a new season.
Isn't it? We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next
See
week.
you next week.
See you next week.
See you next week. See you next week.
See you next week.
See you next week.
I choose you!